Let me tell you something. How I told you it all went down with Bill Belichick and Antonio Brown and whoever he used to be the mediator to get Brown over there, I was correct in it, and you know I was. I had it called to a T. Belichick is pulling strings because he knows the Cleveland Browns have a fucking monster in Cleveland, and he knows he don't like to be embarrassed. And he knows right now there's not a chance in hell that this Patriot team can compete the way it's constructed, the way it's consistent with the Cleveland Browns. Now, what they have, I surmise, but even if he isn't, just maybe, the Patriots can compete with Cleveland. Not win, but can compete. This was a move that Belichick made behind the scenes, like I called it. Now I'm going to tell you something. Antonio Brown has become public enemy number one from everyone. Everyone hates him now because everyone hates the Patriots. And now that this guy single-handedly got his way and got where he wanted to go the whole time, he basically said, you know what, I'm going to act up, be a disruption on my team, make them trade me, and then be another disruption on my team so I can be a free agent, get out of my contract, and go sign another deal with who I want to play. This gives every team out there, go, fuckstain, go! This gives every team, every player in the league an option to do business how they want. All I got to do is go to a team, I don't want to be there, I'm going to call you a fucking cunt, faggot, get kicked out, and then go to another team I want to go to. That's what it is. And the new team will be the Cleveland Browns that people are going to want to go to. You're not going to see teams winning. I'm going to tell you something right now. Cleveland's a destination spot. And you're going to find that out tomorrow when the Browns put down a severe beating on the Tennessee Titans. You're going to just maybe, you're going to watch the Browns tomorrow with Baker, Jakes, Mayfield, and you're going to be like, this offense is unbelievable. But the thing you're going to come away from that game is that defense. How is a guy like Tom Brady going to be able to get rid of the ball quick enough with that front four? With the depth we have. The back end of the defense. I mean, we have everything going for us right now. And it's a team, people are going to want to go to Cleveland. Now, will John Dorsey do what Bill Belichick's doing? Yes, he'll do the same thing. I'm curious to see how long Josh Gordon is before he's suspended. I hope he's there the whole season because I want a decent game. But I'm telling you, I think we play the Patriots week 9, and that's when we're going to shock people. We're going to shock people week 9 because we're going to go in there about a 7-1 record, and we're going to be 8-1 when we leave there. But I called it. I knew this was premeditated by Belichick the whole time. I know how he thinks. He's seen that monster Dorsey build over there. I guarantee you talk to Mayock, and he goes, hey, how's Antonio doing? And Mayock probably said, yeah, this guy. And this guy, I don't fucking know. I don't get it. We bring him here, we trade him, and, he wants the fucking helmet, this and that. Belichick goes to one of his players to say, AB, get a hold of him, tell him, act up. We'll bring him over here. Tell him we'll bring him to New England. And that's what happened. That's how it went down. It's collusion, but not collusion. But I called it because I know how, puppet masters like myself and Belichick, I would have done the same. In the same position, I would have done the same thing. It was a good move, Gus Fring. Just maybe they have a chance to compete against Cleveland Browns now. I got the Browns and the Saints in the Super Bowl. This doesn't change a thing. Trust me. This doesn't. You know what it does? It tells that defense of the front four of the Cleveland Browns to injure Tom Brady. That's what it tells them. They're not going to stand for this. I'm telling you right now, you're going to be amazed at the Cleveland Browns defense. We got a guy, Devereaux Lawrence. That would be a starter on any team in the league. He's a backup in Cleveland. And you're going to see a lot of them tomorrow against the Mariota. Mariota will probably bench in the second half because he's going to be horrible, and Cleveland's going to run away with that game. But I am pumped up. I love the fact that the Steelers got punked and John Gruden and the Raiders got punked because John Gruden, I'm a little pissed off that this didn't happen 3 or 4 days ago, so Brown could have played tomorrow night against the Steelers. I would have loved to have seen that. And now, is Antonio Brown intelligent? We seen Ocho Cinco wasn't intelligent enough to grasp the playbook in New England. Will Brown be able to make the adjustments? Because if he doesn't, they're not going to put up with it. And I'm curious to see if Antonio Brown does something to piss off Belichick and see how Belichick reacts. Will Belichick say, you know what? We got to beat Cleveland. Or will Belichick say, you know what? You're done. I'm curious. I'm curious to see how it all plays out. I got a video uploaded right now saying that this doesn't change a thing. This still doesn't. The AFC title. Listen, Belichick's making moves right now to compete with Cleveland. This doesn't change a thing. Belichick knows that the AFC championship goes through Cleveland, not Kansas City. And you know what? This would be. Hey, listen. This would be good. Darryl Stingley happened in Old Gillette Stadium or wherever. What if the same thing happened to Brown right there? And I'll be honest with you, I think it'd be hilarious because Antonio Brown is a scumbag. There's no doubt. The way he did the Raiders is filthy. If you're a Raiders fan, you got to hope for the worst injury ever. You do. But I'm actually now. Do you want Gordon a drug addict, Antonio Brown a narcissist, and a white guy, or do you want Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham Jr., and Antonio Callaway? I think I'm going to take the latter. Antonio Callaway is a better version of Antonio Brown. Although he does have a suspension looming for 4 games, it doesn't matter. We still got Hollywood Higgins. We're still good. And so we're good. We're good. We're good. So I just can't wait till the season tomorrow. I can't wait till the Steelers-Patriots game tomorrow, because you're going to be hearing about AB. I hope he's on the sidelines. I hope he's loud on the sideline, because I can't wait to see it. I want to see if after the Patriots beat the Steelers by about 30, because they're going to destroy the Steelers. I want to see how he reacts after the game. I can't fucking wait. I can't fucking wait. I'm so pumped up. Football season tomorrow. So yeah, Antonio Brown called his shots. He's a shot caller. He's a shot caller. He said, I'm my one out of here, and he got out of 2. Hey, Antonio Brown got out of 2 organizations, and probably a third one in Buffalo, because I'm sure he told Buffalo he wasn't very important, so they just said, we're not going to trade him, we're not, whatever. Something happened with that trade. So Antonio Brown got exiled from Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and now Oakland. And I assume the same thing could happen to New England. I'm telling you, the same thing could happen to New England. We're just going to have to see how it plays out. If he acts up and Belichick gets a hold of it, we're going to see how Belichick reacts. Is Belichick going to accept it, or is he going to say, you're gone? I can't wait to see. And I got news for you. If Josh Gordon's head's straight on and he's not a drug addict, he's a better player than Antonio Brown. Because Josh Gordon, when he's sober, he's unguardable. Unguardable. 6'3", 230 pounds, fast as lightning, catches any ball. He's unguardable. Although his skill level did drop a little bit last year, but I'm sure he has a training camp and he's not suspended this year. I think he'll be pretty good. As long as he can stay off the goddamn weed or whatever the fuck he's on. Now, I know there are Patriot fans out there that didn't want this guy, and now they probably want him, Antonio Brown. And that's fine. I would have took Antonio Brown on Cleveland. He would have been a good backup for Callaway. So I would have definitely took him. However, that being said, we didn't need him. I would have took him, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit there and say I don't want him. We don't need him. Now, what it did to the Raiders organization is there's probably a guy that was on the bubble as a receiver. They wanted to keep, but, they had Antonio Brown, so they didn't keep him. And now that guy's somewhere else on another team, and he might flourish. Now, that could be the case. What if it comes out a couple years from now, this guy here, just say Mac Davis. Oh, the Raiders had him. They would have kept him, but Antonio Brown was on the roster. Now he's somewhere else being a superstar. That's on Brown. That's on Brown. So the Raiders could have gotten rid of a great receiver because of Antonio Brown thought that he was going to be in the roster. See where I'm coming at? So if you're a Raiders player, you got to hate this guy. You got to hate him because this guy single-handedly, you gave up a 3rd and a 5th. John Dorsey turned the 3rd and 5th round draft choices into superstars. You gave up a high price for a guy that you didn't pay any money, but he's gone. He's gone. So this is something that Raiders fans got to be very pissed off. Steelers fans are like, you got rid of our problem. Now the Raiders fans are like, we got rid of our problem, and the Patriots have a problem now. But I just maybe, this guy will act accordingly. Maybe he'll come up with a structured, maybe he'll do what the structured genius Bill Belichick says, and he'll do it, and he won't fuck up, and come January 19th, when they're in Cleveland getting beat 35-7, Belichick says, you know what, I sold my soul for the devil, and we still got beat in the AFC title game. Maybe that happens. And that's going to happen, because I do surmise we'll play the Patriots now, and we will have home field advantage. Patriots ain't getting another Super Bowl, trust me. Trust me. I'm telling you, he's not getting another Super Bowl. Not with the Cleveland Browns and that defense. It's not going to happen. So, your thoughts? I'm pretty pumped up. I'm glad for the Patriots because now, the Patriots receiver corps is pretty impressive. Josh Gordon, Antonio Brown, and Walt Welker. That's pretty impressive. It's almost on par with Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, and Antonio Callaway and Hollywood Higgins. It's almost on par. Now, do they have the quarterback that the Cleveland Browns have? No. They have an older version of a guy that used to be good. Listen, Tom Brady, I'm going to tell you guys something right now. He's a systems quarterback. Tom Brady's never had pressure up the middle. When you do get it on him, he's not that good. He's a systems quarterback. You put Tom Brady anywhere else, he's not the same player. You're going to see teams replicate what the Cleveland Browns do to him week 8, and it's going to work. Not as good as Cleveland Browns did it, and yeah. The more I talk, I sound like Walter White. My mannerisms, everything, Just remember Walter White was like this, just maybe when they were measuring that train, just maybe. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped up about the whole situation. And Quincy Morgan, there's the name I didn't think I'd hear for a while. I'm pretty pumped up about tomorrow. So yeah, there's that. There's that. What if Walter White took this deviant? What if Walter White at the end of the, when they caught him, what if Walter White, instead of being a bitch getting handcuffed, what if he said, I did it all under your nose. You thought you knew, and he just started punking Hank. And just punked the shit out of him. And Uncle Jack showed up, and Walter White, when they had him on the ground, Walter White was like, yeah, you thought you had me? And they just punked him. And they didn't have the whole different ending. I could have made that show better than Vince Gilligan. I can't wait till tomorrow. Will I stream the game? No. Hell no. When I watch football, I got to be in silence. Can't have no one with me. Can't do it. Won't do it. So, can't wait. Steve Miocic wants to meet me. Sure he does. He's a beast. That's why. Steve Miocic is the best fighter in UFC history as a heavyweight. No, the best heavyweight champion ever. Best. No doubt about it. He's the best. I know Patriots fans got to be elated. I called it. I knew it. I knew it 3 days ago when I made 2 videos. I made a part 1 and a part 2, and I was real fucking stoned when I made them. And it just like opened up some receptors, and I said, this is what's happening. And then I made a part 2, and I could upload that later too. And I think the part 2 may even have a events of that day happening. But I called it, Wednesday, I think it was? I knew it. And I'm telling you, it went down exactly like I said. Belichick called one of his players and said, you know this guy? And they said, yes, probably James Harrison. Someone in the comments said James Harrison knows him. And said, tell him to get out of that contract, whatever he has to do, and we'll sign him. Because AB knew what he was doing. There's not a way that this guy's that dumb enough to realize he's going to. And the Patriots gave this guy like $15 million. An organization, after what he did today, there's no organization that didn't know beforehand that this was going down would have gave this guy close to $3 million. They knew this was happening. This was all premeditated by Bill Belichick, and I'm guaranteeing you in 10 years after football, whatever, it's going to come out and say Belichick orchestrated this. It's collusion, but it ain't, because you can't prove it. No, it ain't Belichick talking. It ain't the GM talking. It is a player. So if I go, say I know Antonio Brown. Yo, do whatever you can to get out of that contract. Call Mayock a faggot, whatever. You get out. Patriots going to sign. We're going to sign you. Trust me. I've talked to Bill. Antonio Brown says, really? And he does it. There's got to be a reason for all this bizarre behavior. It's not concussions. This guy wanted out because he knew he was going to the Patriots. They signed him right away. And the money, if the Patriots would have signed him for like $3 million, I would sit there and say, nah, this wasn't planned. But there's no team in the right mind that would give Antonio Brown that type of money unless they knew that this was premeditated and they were in on it. Think about it. No, it's not CT. I've had probably 30 concussions in my day. At least from fighting and when I boxed and football. Yeah, it's not CT, and I'm perfectly fucking sane. I mean, God, I'm not going around here flashing $1 million, turning down millions of dollars. I'm telling you, it's goddamn premeditated collusion. And then let's get to Mike Tomlin. Okay, Mike Tomlin. Everyone's talking about Mike Tomlin. I see all the African-American analysts talking about Mike T being a great coach. Well, he's a good coach, Mike T. How good is Mike T? Mike T was heavily favored, I believe, at Denver. And he got beat by Tim Tebow in a playoff game, who the following week got beat 45-6 by the Patriots. Mike T had a team that was heavily favored against the Jacksonville Jaguars at home 2 years ago, and they were down 28-7, 28-0. How good is Mike T as a coach? Mike Tomlin is the most overrated coach ever. This guy's had a Hall of Fame quarterback, a stacked roster yearly. You give Bill Belichick that same, you switch coaches right now. Put Belichick on Pittsburgh the last 12 years, whatever it's been, he's got 7 Super Bowls. Tomlin's got one fucking Super Bowl and 1 loss. And they had like a 20-6 lead against the Packers in one of them Super Bowls, and they blew it. Mike Tomlin is the most overrated coach ever. And you know what? I suspect a lot of the media would come out and say it too, but if they did, they'd be like, oh, you're just racist because you're making fun of an African-American coach. Mike Tomlin, he'll go down. Right now, he'll go down as a good coach, But he's not. He's not even he's a below average coach. No good coaches get beat by a one-dimensional Tim Tebow. Nobody does. No good coaches lose to Blake Bortles, who is not even a starting quarterback anymore. He lost his job to Nicholas Foles. Good coaches do not let their teams get buried at home like that. Imagine if the Steelers had a good coach with the talent they've had and a Hall of Fame quarterback. It'd be dangerous. But they don't. They got Mike T. Mike T's garbage. He's the worst. He's the most overrated coach I've ever seen in my life. Overrated. And I surmise after people see my videos, they'll start thinking about it and they'll know it. Yeah, Mike T is an overrated coach. Trust me when I tell you. That's the stream. I do have a video uploading right now as we speak. I got to run in the Home Depot, Depot, whatever depot. Hey, I'm going to get a Baja rack on my car. A Baja rack. I'm getting a Baja rack. It's about $1,100. Anyway, beasts drive FJs. Nerds drive fucking Jeeps. I gotta go. But my streams are the best. My videos are the best. And I'm a beast. And the Super Bowl still goes. The road to the Super Bowl still goes through Cleveland. Trust me. Thank you.